Just making sure my settings are straight. What's going on, Mike? There she is. Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't been on a live in quite some time. How y'all doing? Just doing a little paint work. Can't make a whole lot of noise right now. Everybody's sleeping, so. All right, try to work around this camera. Yeah, I missed that tacos. Missed the tacos live. Oh, I don't. You came to the wrong channel. Nah, I'm just messing. I appreciate you. I wish I could find my other paintbrush. My daughter likes to come in here and use my paint sometimes, and hey Dawn, how you doing? Yeah, I'll find my paintbrushes on the floor under the desk or paint in my chair. I'm just cleaning my brush right now. I probably started this live a little early, but I need to pick up some more brushes. I'm not gonna make the mistake of showing y'all what goes in this, but basically, I've got the pattern somewhere around here. So this is kind of what it's gonna look like. So it's gonna be a pocket holster. So you'll have the stitching that kind of comes down here in the middle, you know, to add the retention to the holster, and then around the edge. And I'm not sure if I'll add the sweatband or not. I'm not sure yet. That's going to be something that I kind of decide at the end. So we'll see. But yeah, so it's basically what it'll look like when it's all done. This little one. This is a kind of like a letter opener now. Let me clean my camera. See, that's another thing I didn't do. Yeah, that's a queen that was sent over to me by Dwayne at Clark's Kentucky Knives. Yeah, the only blade that I've picked up lately Um, which, if anybody follows my Instagram, you'll see, but was the new Remington, um, a little silver casing on there. What was that? I think that was a three. No, that was a 38 Super. But yeah, I um, I really like this knife. Um, Need to use it a little bit more, get some of that etching off. But it's got a little bit of teeners on it. She's getting there. Yeah. I don't. I haven't looked for any, but I haven't seen any reviews on this knife. I'm sure somebody's got one out there, but I think I've seen a short or two. But yeah, I really like this one, and it's a little bit shorter. Just for anybody that's, I know I came here to paint something, and now we're talking knives. But anybody that's curious, so that's the new one from GEC. Um, this is a 1990. And this is the 1306. So the 1306 is maybe like an 1/8 inch longer. Um, Pretty much the same size blade. Um, different blade shape, but the length of the blade is the same. Just see if I can get this kind of lined up for y'all. You can kind of see it's just a little bit longer, but I do. I really like it, and this is actually the same size as a 54 Trapper. I gotta shout out my boy Ryan. Made this slip for me. It's wax leather, so it's black wax on orange leather. So that should wear in pretty nice. I'm excited about that one. But so you can see here, it's almost the exact same size. Different length on the blade, but handle. So just give y'all an idea. Anybody that hasn't held one or seen any kind of reviews on them. But yeah, I'm really liking that knife. All right. Let's try to get some painting done. I wish I could have some music playing or something. Let's see how I can do this. Y'all can see. Hey, Smart Shine. Thanks for being here. Now, the bad thing about this is I don't have a reference picture now anymore. So this is well, I don't know if I should say who it's for yet. But somebody asked me to make a holster for, this is for the small North American Arms revolver. little 22s. Um, and he wanted to know if I could put Slowpoke Rodriguez on it. So of course I jumped at that opportunity. Yeah, yeah. You need to. Maybe I should do a join, get you to join the live, and yeah, you can hum in the background for me. So now it's just painting inside the lines now. I've already done all the embossing, obviously. Man, I'm not even in frame. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's move this. That's the hard thing. I'm trying to like work around the camera, but try to keep it in view. Let's see here. Does that work? Is it weird for y'all if I'm like kind of painting sideways? Or does it matter? There's the springs popping on my phone stand. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Boomer's Blades. This is it's a holster. I still haven't done all the stitching yet. But yeah, so it'll have it'll kind of look like this, once it's all stitched up. So just wanted to get the paint work done and then kind of figure out what color thread I want to use. Let's see, we gotta get his little edge of his shirt right back here. A little sliver. Of course, once I'm all done, then I'll outline everything in black. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Okay. Part of his sleeve from the other side on his other arm. Try to get all this stuff out of my pocket. Sit in my wallet. This might end up being the same color as the same color as the leather. I'm painting his skin now. It's gonna be a little darker. Good. Sure. That anymore. It's my compressor cutting on, if y'all heard that. Out of frame again. I'm sorry, guys. I can zoom on this, can I? Yeah. Bear with me. All right. It's a little better, I think. I always use my thumb as a palette, just to kind of get some of the excess off. Make sure it flows the way I need it to on off the brush. fingers in there. Hit the camera, sorry guys. Yeah. Sound like my daughter. Oh, speaking of, I woke up this morning, so I often have to go in there at night. She'll wake up in the middle of the night. Not all the time, but often. And so I fell asleep in there last night and woke up this morning and had to go to the bathroom. And, as most of us do, walk in and I look in the mirror and I've got makeup on both of my cheeks. So she she was painting me up while I was sleeping this morning. So yeah, I'm glad I actually looked in the mirror before I walked out the house. Wasn't in a rush or anything like that. Alright, we're going to paint his hat. You ain't right. I see that little fly. Probably not. Y'all will see me kind of go over, kind of keep going over. I'm just building up the layers. Um, it's not, well, it's never good to, put paint on thick because it just takes that much longer to dry. The top layer will dry, or the outer, and kind of form a shell almost, and what's underneath is still wet. But so I just kind of build up the layers, build the color up, thin coats. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. His hat wasn't green. See, that's why I need my reference picture. It's his bandana that's green. Who said they came here to watch a master at work? Yeah, his hat is kind of like a creamy yellow color. How many people were yelling at the phone? It's not green. Alright, now let's paint his hat the correct color. This is acrylic based. Um, yeah, oil. I don't know how oil would do. Um, I'm not sure. I don't know if that would, end up damaging the leather at all. Being oil. I don't. I mean, not. You know what I mean. Not damaging it, but just having some kind of effect on it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's move this around so I can get to it. It's an acrylic, clear. Yeah, just to protect it. Hey, Grant, how you doing? Wayne's in the house. What's going? How you doing, Wayne? So I'm having to hold it on an angle. I get a reflection. Just trying to make sure I get it all. Yeah, it's slowpoke. Try to lighten this brown up a little bit and get inside his ears. Might leave the grip of the revolver leather, just the leather color. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'd love to see it, man. Um, and the sheet, just look at some pictures. Pick a design that you kind of like, and once you get to working with it, it's not too bad. Um, I mean, there's a learning curve to everything, but what do I need? I need some gray. There you go, Mike. That's the best stuff. Much of the gray. Flows good. So straight barrel. think I'm gonna do that in a dark wood color. The handle, I mean, grip. And I need black. So. Do a chocolate brown. Man, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Uh, no, I've never did tattoos. My whole life I had people telling me I should be a tattoo artist, and hey, have you ever thought about doing tattoos? And um, yeah, I never did tattoos. Um, but I drew all the time. Um, oh my god, I keep bumping that thing with my head. Yeah, especially when I was a kid. Get the other eye on the other side. There we go. Should I just left it like that? I should have just left it like I was in prison. And then people see me and they're like, that dude was never in prison. Ugh. Spilled. This is old school Looney Tunes. Slowpoke Rodriguez. Mike, do you remember? Was he Speedy Gonzalez's cousin, or what were they? I can't remember if they were cousins or they weren't brothers. But I remember he'd make an appearance every once in a while. You know, he wasn't in all of them. Cousin. All right, cool. That's what I thought. Because I remember in one episode he was in town or something like that, if I remember right. And it's been years since I've watched any Looney Tunes. I need to go and do that. There's his nose. It's starting to come together. You see it kind of starting to take shape. Yeah. He was cool. I mean, I miss those old cartoons. I remember when I was a kid. I'm 41 now, so you know I was born in '84. But when I was a kid, I remember my dad. Dad, he was watching it with me one time, and he was, you know, telling me the stuff that was about to happen, and that was like it was blowing my mind because I didn't understand how he knew. You know, not knowing that these cartoons, you know, they're so old. I didn't realize it when I was that little, though. He's like, I remember this one. Starting to do the outline. I had a lot of time to practice, Mike. There's not much to do. Yeah, let's see, and my dad too. My dad is let's see, he was born in '61, so he is 64. Um, so yeah, he was the same way. You know, but yeah, me being at the time, I was maybe 8 or something like that, and it was like, what do you mean you've seen this before? I apologize if you don't see my head popping into the view. Yeah, so what I do um, with this one, just because especially it was so small, so I traced it onto some tracing paper, and then I trace it onto another piece of paper, and because this is just so thin, and then impress it into the leather, and then I come back. Where's my tool? Here it is. Come back with my little tool. It's like a little dental tool almost. It probably is actually a dental tool, but I come back in and then impress it, and give it a nice impression in the leather and paint it. But yeah, this one was just so small. I especially had to trace this from an existing picture, just make sure I got all the proportions right. Yeah, it's a pocket holster. Mike got it. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, so it'll look like this when it's done. Um, dotted lines are all stitching. So if you can imagine the stitching, kind of coming across here, you can kind of see a light, faint line where I've kind of got it kind of impressed in there just so I kind of knew where to place him. I didn't want to move him too far over where then the stitching would get in the way. Yeah, I've seen those, Grant. I see the ad all the time on Instagram. Like $250 or something like that. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it. But that's a cool knife though for $250. Yeah, I mean, you might. I don't know. I don't know what kind of attachments they have. I know you can buy extra attachments and all for them. Um, you know, when I looked into it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure it could definitely come in handy for some things. You know, especially like just adding some kind of cool design around something. Um, you know, like I said, you swap out the attachments and probably come up with some cool stuff. I'd love to try one, but I don't know if I'll ever buy one or not. But you never know. All right, I can breathe now. Trying to do straight lines. Holding my breath. Yeah, I like that. Powder actuated hole punch. Yeah, a couple packs of ramen noodles and 2 packs of Marlboro Reds. Yeah, yeah, they can. Let's see if we can drop that little stoner eyeball in there, pupil. There it is. A few little areas I want to touch up. Grant, well, I don't know if you know, I'm in Virginia, Richmond, or just outside of Richmond. Let's see.
I need to make me a cup of coffee.
All right, Dragoon. I appreciate you. Have a good night, man. In case y'all didn't know, I was putting the clear coat on it, sealing it. So I'll probably let this sit overnight. Just make sure that that's fully dry before I start really handling it to stitch it and all. All right, Grant, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks, y'all. I was kind of, I don't want to say nervous, but a little anxious about that turkey slip. You know, turkey, just because turkeys, their heads just have all those squiggly, you know, the membranes all over their necks and the top of their heads and all. And so I was like, all right, how am I going to pull this off? But I think it came out pretty decent. Oh, actually, there's the tracing that I did, and I don't know where the other. I had another piece of it somewhere, like parts that I added to it, you know, just to try to make it make sense. But well, there you go. Pretty cool, and it's small. I mean, you see, I mean this thing fits in the palm of my hand, so it's a pretty tiny little painting. But yeah, I think it'll look pretty cool once we get all the stitching and everything. Still need to figure out what color stitching I want to do on this one, because he ain't telling me what he wants. I think he's doing it on purpose. This way, in case he doesn't like it, he's got somebody to blame for it. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, it should. Oh, and then you know you got my stamp on the back side. Yeah. All right, well, cool. Man, I've been on here for 88 minutes. I didn't think it was even that long. Thanks. Yeah, I got a few of them. When I ordered my stamp, which I need to reorder them because. So here's my two stamps that I ordered. I originally was ordering this one, but the guy, he was like, "Hey, I'll do a buy one get one." So he was like, "You got another design?" And I didn't. So I just kind of came up with this one. So it looks like that, but you can see these are acrylic, and they've kind of started cracking a little bit just under the pressure of my machine. But then Cornbread hooked me up with a brass one. So that was really cool. So that's what I've been using here lately, most of the time, just because I know it's not going to break on me. But yeah, with these, I'll use these, on small areas. I did one. I've got a sheath. Um, so I've got this is a sheath that I made for, and I'll show you the knife too. Might as well, right? So this was for the 192. Let's see. Let me back y'all up a little bit. All right, so there we go. But yeah, I made this sheath for that knife, and I like that stamp, for like on the back side of a belt loop or something like that. So that's what I've usually been using, this stamp for. Yeah, Cornbread. You mean this one? Cornbread. He made this brass one for me. Yeah, the bone jigging, which I got to do some of those. I've got some free handles that are getting ready to start up, and that are long overdue. But yeah, so we'll be doing some more jigging. So there's I love this knife, but I didn't care much for the sheath that came with it. So yeah, I've been dying to make one of those for that knife. Man, I haven't played the guitar in like 2 years. Like, I don't even think my amp is hooked up at the moment right now anymore. I just got too many hobbies that take over. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me for a little bit, watching me paint. So next time y'all see this, it'll look a little more like this. Like I said, I might opt out on the sweatband. I'm gonna ask him about it, see what he thinks. The more I thought about it, it's like you're just adding something else to hang on the pocket. This is supposed to be a pocket dropper, pocket sheath or holster. So I just feel like if you have an extra piece of leather hanging off, it's just something that's going to snag on the pocket. So we'll see. I'll ask him, see what he thinks. But I think it's going to look really sweet once we get the stitching and all that stuff done. And it's all polished up and oiled. But yeah, see, I haven't made a left-handed sheath yet for anybody. You made one for Charlie. You made it for Dwayne, didn't you? Cross Creek Outdoors. I think you were the one. You made one, and I think gave him a knife or something like that, if I remember right. But yeah, which turned out good. If you're the one that made it, I'm trying to remember now because it might not have been you. But anyways, yeah, I could see that being. Oh, all right, cool. It was you. Cool. Yeah, that turned out awesome, man. And I sent him a knife, and I didn't even think about that, about him being left-handed, which was, I don't know, it just slipped my mind. But who knows? Maybe he'll ask me to make one for. I've got another one of the knives that he gave me, so I could make one and just surprise him. But yeah, I could see it definitely being all reverse and backwards, and might screw it up when you're going to cut the pattern out or something. But yeah. But yeah, again, I appreciate all y'all. It's 10 minutes to 2, and I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee and probably text Mike's life. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, and next time you see this, it should be all finished up and done. So, peace. Catch you on the next one.